Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about the next part of the lesson is matter around us pure. Already in this chapter we have studied already the types of mixture, how to how they are different from one another. Then in this part of the lesson we are going to study about in this part of the video we are going to study about the separation of the mixture. How the mixtures are separated. I told you solution, colloid, and suspension. If you see, there are in these some are can be filtered easily, and we can separate the material which are inside the mixture. That you already know it. I told you already. So, apart from filtration, there are some methods to separate the substance from the mixture. I told you mixture is a substance which contains more number of particles, more number of means one or two compounds they get mixed together. That's called as mixture. How the mixture which is containing two or more components can be separated, that we are going to study in this part of the video. The first, see, already you know the traditional methods. Already we are following some of the methods in our home. Hand picking. If you take your mother, she separates the unwanted material from the rice by hand picking. And she also adopts one more method, sieving method. She takes a sieve and put the grains on that and she sieves it. So what are the small particles which are present in that sieve falls down by that holes present in them. So the sieve will be like this. If you take a sieve will be like this, which will have holes here, holes over here. Already we have maybe aware of that sieve. Like this way they will do it, and all the smaller particles will fall, and the larger particles which are grains will be present in the sieve, and it is separated. Like this we have, see, one more method, separating the butter from the buttermilk. If you take, that is also one of the traditional method which we follow to remove the butter from the buttermilk. You know it already. That we are all using it in our day-to-day life. So similarly, we'll see some of the technical methods which are used to separate the mixture components from the mixture. The first we are going to study about sublimation. So sublimation, the word sublimation, you are aware of that. What is sublimation? Recall that. Sublimation is a solid or a solid which directly changes to gaseous state. That process is called a sublimation. So there are some substances which are camphor, mothball, or it is called naphthalene ball are the best example for sublimation. Naphthalene ball, if you kept for long days exposed to air, it will evaporate and it's finally disappears. So sublimation is a process in which solid melts or solid directly convert to gases without going to liquid state. That is called a sublimation. So in your textbook they have given the sublimation of ammonium chloride. Sublimation of ammonium chloride. So in this sublimation method, we are using a mixture of salt as well as mixture of salt and ammonium chloride. Here ammonium chloride is a solid which is a volatile. Here for this experiment setup we need a glass funnel. Glass funnel is best because you can see what is happening inside that funnel. What are the activities? What are scientific phenomena which happens inside this funnel? You can see that. A watch glass. So watch glass is a round glass which is in a. So can I give an example like a convex lens? It looks like a convex lens, like this it will be like. So crescent moon, like that shape it will be there. So that one. Then a stand. We want a stand and a Bunsen burner. We need a Bunsen burner to provide heat. So here we have to take stand first. Then we have to keep a watch glass on that. on the watch glass, we have to invert the funnel. Before inverting, we should put inside the watch glass, we should put a mixture of salt and ammonium chloride in this, and we have to invert the funnel. So we have to invert the funnel and we have to close this opening of the funnel with cotton plug. So this is inverted funnel. So under this stand we have to keep Bunsen burner. So here we have to provide the heat. When you provide heat, the mixture absorbs the heat, and slowly what happens? The ammonium chloride, which is a volatile in nature, so it is volatile, which starts evaporating. Evaporation starts here. Means the sublimation start, or the ammonium chloride start to sublimate. When you provide heat, so it turns to vapor, and vapor as it goes to the upwards to the funnel. Here if you take, here it will turn. The vapors are directly again turned into solid, because we have plugged here with a cotton plug. We have closed with a cotton plug. That's why whatever the ammonium chloride film vapors, they start condensing here. Condensation, already you know what is condensation. They start to condense. So means they start to vapor directly. They start to, not about condensation. Here the vapors will start to sublimate. Means the vapors which are produced, the vapor directly turn to the solid without undergoing the liquid state. As the ammonium chloride which is in solid evaporates and vapors are produced, that vapors again they convert into solid. Why? Because here here there is a low temperature. Compared to here, there is a low temperature here. When you cool it, or if you of this burner, all ammonium chloride fumes or vapors will start depositing here on the wall of the funnel here. So I have written here ammonium chloride. This is where the salt is separated from ammonium chloride. So ammonium chloride is volatile in nature. See here. So that will convert into vapors again. This is how it is done, sublimation. Go through this in your textbook. It is there. If you have any doubt, you can ask her. So some other example you can give. Iodine is also one of the sublimation product, or sublimates. It also sublimates. Then camphor, if I give. So these are the example of sublimation. So next part we are going to study about how these miscible liquids are separated. Miscible liquids or immiscible liquids are separated. We'll see that. So here two diagrams I have drawn here. So this is about separating the mixture from separating funnel. Here is separating funnel. This is actually used to separate the immiscible liquid. Before knowing, you should know about what is miscible and immiscible. Miscible liquids are the liquids which get mixed together equally mixed together. Like if you take petrol and kerosene, they mix up equally. If you take alcohol and water, they get mix up very easily. Try to understand. Miscible liquids means the liquids which get mixed with them easily, like water and alcohol. If you mix water and alcohol, they mix together uniformly. Like that, petrol and diesel. Petrol and diesel also can be mixed easily. Like this, these are the immiscible liquid. So, miscible liquids. So, immiscible liquids are the liquids which never mix together. They never mix. If you put water and oil, they never mix together because the density is different. Oil is having a huge separate density and water is separate density. Similarly, oil and kerosene. Oil and kerosene also never mix if you take. So, see, kerosene and water, if you take kerosene and water example is given here. They never mix together because the density changes. They never mix together. When two liquids they never mix together, they are called as immiscible liquid. Immiscible liquid. This already has studied in lower classes. So very simple it is. Here for this experiment we need a stand, a clamp. We need a clamp over here. Clamp is this is separating funnel. This is a separating funnel with a stop cock to open and close the separating funnel, and we need a beaker to collect the one of the liquid present in this immiscible liquid. Here. So here we have to fix this separating funnel to the stand and fit it, and we have to close this top cock here, close it, and we have to pour a mixture of water and kerosene. Water and kerosene is mixed over here, and it is put, the mixture of kerosene and water is put in the separating funnel. What happens here actually? So when you put this mixture of kerosene and water in the separating funnel, it never mix together. It will form a separate layer. So whatever dark is that's kerosene, and whatever present below this dark portion is called as water. So this is how the immiscible liquids are separated. Here, to separate water from the kerosene, we have to turn this stop cock and allow the water to fall on the beaker. So when you open this stop cock, so water starts getting collected in the beaker. Then when kerosene oil comes to this stop cock, near this level of stop cock, we have to stop it and water is collected. Complete water is collected. This is how the kerosene oil and water is separated, or any immiscible liquids are separated by separating funnel method. Very simple. So this is evaporation method. So evaporation method is also one of the method to separate the mixture or a mixture where we call it as a solution. We can call it as solution. Here, see, evaporation already you know. Evaporation is a conversion of a liquid into gaseous state, vapor state, without providing it. It happens in the room temperature only. But here in this case, we have taken a solid which is mixed in a liquid. We take ink. Ink is a mixture which contains solid which is mixed in a water. Water is there, in that colors are there. Ink is nothing but color which is used for writing. So ink is a mixture of water and color. That color can be separated by using this evaporation method. Here what we need is, we need a watch glass. Watch glass is a glass which is in a convex mirror shape, convex shape. If you take like this, it is like this. That watch glass we have to take, and we have to take a beaker and a wire gauze. Wire gauze you have to take to keep it on the stand. We have to take a tripod stand, then a Bunsen burner to provide heat. So we have to keep the Bunsen burner first. On the top of, on the Bunsen burner, we have to keep the tripod stand. On the tripod stand, we have to place wire balls. On the wire balls, we have to take a beaker. We have to keep a beaker. Inside the beaker, we have to pour the water. Water, we have to pour it here. On the beaker, we have to place the watch glass. On the watch glass, we have to put ink. I told you, ink is a mixture of water and colors. That you have to take it over here. When you provide, we should provide heat. After setting up this apparatus, we should provide the heat. When you provide the heat, the water start absorbing the heat and vapors will start producing from the water. This vapor will have certain heat. That heat will be absorbed by the ink. So what happens here? The ink is a mixture of water and color. The water starts evaporating here. Water starts to evaporate here. So complete water will be evaporated. The remaining what is solid here remains is nothing but it is a ink or a color. Color will be remaining. All the water will be evaporated. So if you heat directly to the mixture, what happens is, so here the ink, the components of the color can decompose. That's why this method of evaporation is used here to avoid the decomposition of the color present in the ink. That's why this method is used. Here directly we cannot heat the ink because in the components also decompose by the heat provided by the Bunsen burner. That's why here watch glass is placed on the beaker so that whatever the water heat from the water is absorbed by the ink and water is evaporated and the color will be remaining over there. This is the 3 type of separating methods we have learnt in this part of the video. In the next part of the we are going to study about some other method of separating techniques. Technique like centrifugation we will learn, and we will learn distillation, fractional distillation, chromatography in the next part of the video. Thank you very much, children.